Modesto police arrested 4 17-year-old Beyer High students Monday on suspicion of drug-related offenses. All were booked into the Stanislaus County Juvenile Detention Center. The arrest followed an undercover investigation in which an officer was enrolled as a student at Beyer High.
Those students were arrested for numerous crimes associated to the distribution of controlled substances and drugs while on campus. All but one of those students was arrested for distributing drugs while on campus during school hours. They were arrested for distributing drugs, including marijuana, prescription medications, and also a drug that was sold as ecstasy, which later turned out not to be ecstasy. All but one of those students was arrested on campus. The fourth and final one was arrested at his house after he failed to report to school.
Besides the 4 arrests that were made, I think it's important to make note that there are other students that were involved in this in a lesser level than sales. Several of those students' parents have been contacted as a effort to intervene early on before it ends up with the student being involved in a criminal act. We are required, of course, to enforce the education code of the state of California. And in situations like this, there are some mandated actions that must be taken, which can include expulsion of the students, and typically does include recommendation for expulsion of the student from school campuses.
They've been admitted to our juvenile detention center. We have completed the booking process, which includes our initial screenings. We have done our classification of these minors. We will continue to complete our investigation into their social history, taking a look at what their prior records are, how they're doing at home. Do they have any mental health issues, any substance abuse issues that we'll want to take into consideration as they go through the court process? At this point, like our partner agencies, we deem these charges very serious. These minors will be held until their detention hearing on Wednesday.
The officer that was undercover within the school, the one that was sold the drugs, was sold drugs for the specific reason of distributing those drugs. The amounts is something at this point we're not going to disclose, except for the fact that they did sell on campus. This is an ongoing investigation. This is not by any means the conclusion of the investigation. We anticipate more arrests, and it is our sole goal to keep the school campuses safe in close cooperation not only with our police department and the various units of our police department, but also with the school district, who has been a great help on this.